Hello everybody, and welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! 2008. It's me, Cooper, and today we enter the realm of sunlight and we dive deep into the river in order to take on a challenge that we have not yet been allowed to take on, because our deck never owned a certain monster that we recently got in a structure deck. So, I'm guessing I have to open the seal by winning with Neo Daedalus Dragon. And I'm going to do my best to do it. I still feel like this will be a difficult challenge, seeing as I only own one Neo card, so I must survive until that point. And I must just hold field advantage until then. So wish me luck, everybody. I'm going to do my absolute best. Amphibious Bergroth is A-okay with me, but no backup support for it. Interesting. Alright, I set MST, and I set Call of the Haunted, but that's all I'm willing to set. Let's see if they could take on 15. I thought my ocean deck would be pretty good, but I did not draw a single one of my support cards. I drew all my best spells. Oh, look at that. That I thought might happen, which is why we didn't set Mirror Force or Oriental Tribute. I believe 30 people watching this probably did if they were in this exact same situation, and those 30 people have lost everything, whereas I still have everything. I do lose Call the Haunted, and that's a shame, but at the same time, Call the Haunted is there just in case, because who knew if I was going to draw another monster, and I didn't. Aquamador is going to not be destroyed, since neither of us have Legendary Ocean. That means we know what's about to happen. My opponent is going to attempt to use it for tribute. So, instead of letting them tribute, I'm going to destroy it, and hope that they don't have a backup card. I already know they don't have Heavy Storm anymore. I can play both. Yeah. So, now that you can't tribute, what are you going to do? Ah, damn, foiled again. So, game, I would like to draw one of my cards. Yeah, that's one of my better cards, I admit, so there we go. We're going to summon our, I forgot your name. What's your name? Familiar Possessed Area, of course. Sorry for being a fool. Area, go in there, just in case it's our big one. It is 2. Okay, they had 2. A little unlucky there. If I had a Legendary Ocean, I could attack directly, but, no luck there. So, we're just going to have to wait until they tribute it, and then... Ugh, heavy cost for a Mirror Force to only hit one monster. Getting worse by the second. Okay. I need something to pop up for me. That card will be useful at one point in some duels. I don't know about this one, but in some duels it'll be useful. Mother Grizzly, okay, they're going to try and stall us out. They definitely have a big tribute. They can go for Daedalus right now. Not Neo Daedalus. I don't think they'll be able to pull that off. Not unless their hand just happened to be really ready for it. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. And I wish I drew my Mother Grizzly. I'd be thinning out my deck. Oh, shit. Daedalus without needing a huge cost. That's a little scarier than I thought. We'll see what happens, guys. I'm a little worried, but I think we'll be fine. Let's see what happens. Well, this is not good. This is officially the bad. So, just Aquamador then? Oh my god, you don't have it. You have everything in the world but the one thing you actually need. Gravity Bind works against most characters. It will not work against this one. Still, they don't have Heavy Storm, so I can do whatever I want. Yeah, at least they give me an option to win this duel. I can attack directly for 17, and I will continue to do so until I win. I don't want them to keep Unshaven Angler, but it doesn't actually matter anymore because Daedalus will only cost 1. And even if I draw Daedalus, I'll be able to summon it. So that'll be great. I'm just going to need to get their life points so low that it, will benefit me. They're not drawing it. That's my only saving grace, is they are not drawing the card. Gravity Bind is not necessary. Let's see what I could draw first. Mother Grizzly is very nice. I do like getting more monsters, and it's a decent monster, all things considered. We're just going to go in for direct damage. We want to get their life points as low as possible. Their back row seems to be fake. Doesn't do anything. Their front row could be better, but they haven't shown off anything. Unshaven Angler, okay. I'm glad I attacked with you. Mother Grizzly would not have been able to beat that. But Mother Grizzly probably can't beat most of these fish. Let's see what they got. Ah, it's the same one. They had 3 in their hand. Unlucky. For something to have 3 in your hand, you don't want that one. You don't mind having 1, but 3's a little much. I'd rather have the actual monster we're both trying to summon. Right now we're racing to see who will get it first. This will thin out my deck, and I need it to, so I actually appreciate you doing this. This is very kind of you. Not only do I get to knock your life points lower, but I get to thin out my deck, making it easier to summon the card I want to summon. So, very kind of you. I could just go all in, double Bergroth this. Yeah. It's a little funny. I find it funny, at least. Lots of back row. I really wish I can get my Daedalus out. I have to wait for Neo, but still. Oh, hi, Neo. Okay, well, I drew the 1. I have 2 of the other one. I got very lucky to draw the 1. Now I just need to lower my opponent's life points extremely low so that I could just wait and then win with my card combo. The problem is if they get the card combo first, we are screwed. But I highly doubt that'll happen. It's so unlikely. So unlikely. Alright, we got them extremely low, and now we just kill the Angler because it won't kill them. I just want them so low that they can't activate stuff like Premature Burial. And I think that'll do it. Yep, that does it. They can no longer activate stuff like Premature Burial or Brain Control. So now we just wait until I get Daedalus and win the duel that way. Oh shit, they got Daedalus. Oh, Mobius. Oh shit, Mobius. My 2 best traps. Not Gravity Bind, but my 2 best traps. I could TT all of us away. But you got a lot of back row, don't you? But I don't technically need any monsters. I already have what I need. I just have to wait for Leviathan Dragon. So, even though these monsters would actually make it take longer to be a wall, and no matter what, I'm losing Mirror Force, like, let's see if the back row finally does something. Exactly, they don't even want to use their back row. They're afraid. It's probably MST, Dust Tornado, all that fun stuff. And I could salvage this, so I'm just going to take some cards I think I'll need. I need Mother Grizzly, Amphibious. Yeah, why not? I don't need to pretend like I'm the stronger player. I could play defensively and just try to thin out my deck, and then eventually get to Daedalus, and then eventually get to Neo Daedalus, use my effect, attack directly, win the duel. And then we'll have completed the tablet, which is what we're trying our best to do. Come on, game. Let me do it already. Coward. Exactly. You got all that back row. You got to use it eventually. Can't thin out my deck if my opponent's not willing to attack me. But I can at least fill up the monster zones. See what happens. Mother Grizzly's fine. Please hit my Grizzly. Not willing to attack, yet you were willing to put it in attack mode. You don't understand the irony, do you? You're a weirdo. Well, I could use my Mother Grizzly to thin out my deck the way I want to. So, that's the good news. If they're not willing to do it, I will be. Both Grizzlies will suffer. And knowing them, they're going to pick a monster with 1500 attack, so I'll do the same. Oh, I still have a Grizzly left. Never mind, I still need to thin out my deck a little more. Just to make this more... Oh, they have nothing left. Crap. I was hoping they'd get something. Unlucky. They got all their Aquamadors and Unshaven Anglers extremely early in the duel. So, now they have nothing. Alright, look, dude, I'm going to sit here as long as you are until we get Leviathan Dragon. And if I don't get Leviathan Dragon, literally, we will just stay here. How about this? I'll put Mother Grizzly in defense mode. Look how tantalizing that is. You know you want her. She's waiting. Come on. Go get her. Coward. Can't handle a thick woman. It's your own fault. Alright, I draw. Damn. Ugh. I guess I could keep filling up my field, but I don't want to anymore. 2 of the cards in my deck is the card I need. So over a 1 out of 10 chance, we got this. 1 out of 10 isn't that bad. Alright, Fisher. None of this matters. Let's just wait. Mermaid Knight, you sit there. We'll think about what we need to do. This soldier's good and all, but honestly, just attack Mother Grizzly. Thank you. You're a good person. Thank you for being a good person. I appreciate good people. Alright, since you've been a good person, let me show you what you win. You win the ability to see another Grizzly. Where do all these Grizzlies come from? Alright, let me draw. I have my own a Legendary Ocean, which probably will come in handy. I'm probably going to need to get rid of their MSTs and stuff before it does. That monster must be destroyed because it's so annoying, but I also want Grizzly to die, so I'm going to flip this guy up, and then we're going to let both of them go in. So I attack with Mother Grizzly first because I need to thin out my deck. making my odds go up of drawing the card I need, which there are 2 Leviathan Dragons in my deck, so my odds are going way up after doing this. They're going to obviously see that I've had game for a million years now. I just haven't, gone for it because this is a challenge, and I have to do this the challenging way. So even though I have game right now, and I've had game for 50 turns, I'm just going to end my turn. Card to discard. Let's get rid of, I would say, Mermaid Knight. She has no value right now. She had value in the grave, though. Great. I love a field barrier. Why not? We all love a field barrier. Leviathan Dragon, Leviathan Dragon, Leviathan Dragon, Leviathan Dragon. There's not enough Leviathan. You know what? I could use him to thin out my deck. I activate Warrior of Atlantis. And then that gets me a Legendary Ocean. And now I'm going to bait out your MST, because I'm not allowed to play it. I did not realize that. That is bad news. That is the bad news. Oh, God. I did not realize that was a thing. Do I have Heavy Storm? I probably still have Heavy Storm in my deck somewhere. Alright, to play it safe, we could play Magic Cylinder. We have so much spell trap room. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Now Leviathan Dragon I should have played it earlier. I didn't realize Field Barrier had this power. Alright, let's see. I still have Spell Trap Destruction in my deck somewhere. They realize I'm never going to attack them, and I don't like that. I don't like that the AI is using my... Okay, I used MST already. I use no Heavy Storm yet, so Heavy Storm is the card we rely on to get rid of Field Barrier. Then the rest is easy. It just better not be the last card, I swear to God. Can't activate a lot of cards on this thing. Yep, just gotta let it happen. A 1900 beater is a little more than I can keep up with. And I used mine to thin out my deck to get me Leviathan Dragon, which the game has decided that I'm not allowed to use. Alright, Giant Trune, that should work. When I need it to work, that should work. Okay, so we could rely on Giant Trunade. The problem is my opponent has now played a monster I actually can't defeat. And I could Swords it. Yeah, let's just Swords. We'll play Swords. We're going to get to Leviathan. I have everything I need right now. I don't need 2 legendary. Well, just in case. I don't need Premature Burial. It's costly and has no value when I have 2 special summons. You got Leviathan Dragon, didn't you? You got Neo Leviathan Dragon. I lost the duel. You got your Leviathan Dragon before I got mine. And you have more cards in your deck, so that means I just got super unlucky. Gravity Bind ain't gonna work in this case. We lost the duel. I do run Gold Sarcophagus for those of you that already are typing it. I do run it. We didn't draw that either. Of the 13 cards, if I draw Leviathan Dragon right now, I'm going to scream. I'm going to scream Bloody Mary. I am going to scream. Ah, come on! We were 1 turn away from doing what you just did. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what? I'm kind of curious to see what my last draw will be. I don't need to end it just now. That was my only Neo Leviathan Dragon, so I already lost. I can't do the challenge. Oh, really? That actually sucks. That legitimately sucks. I was 1 turn off, and I'm the one that did everything to thin out my deck. I literally did everything in my power to thin it out. And it did not make a difference. Well, you win. You win. You can win by battle. That is stupid. That is legitimately stupid. I hate that. Sometimes it just takes a better luck stat. And to think, I got the Neo Leviathan Dragon, the one I thought would be hard to get. The reason I run Gold Sarcophagus. I couldn't pull one of my 2 Leviathan Dragons. That was the only problem. Alright, just give me another shot at it. That sucks. Yeah. I failed in opening the... It don't matter. Give me another shot. Super unlucky. That's all I'm going to say. Super unlucky. I was 1 turn away from winning and doing the challenge. I'm doing my best, though. I'm doing my best. I've thinned out my deck. I have plenty of cards to use to thin out my deck. I had no real disadvantage, except I need to keep a monster that can kill their monsters so they never have a tribute. But at the same time, I used Warrior of Atlantis to thin out my deck, which has the same value in a way. Alright, they'd never Heavy Storm with all this back row down. I draw. Got a lot of amphibious cards. Let's see how much defense they're working with here. If it's Unshaven Angler, that's no good. It wasn't Unshaven Angler, because why would they use that card otherwise? Like I said, though, I don't believe they're going to use their card, so let's just hold Call the Haunted. I don't know. I still don't know. I'm afraid of Heavy Storm. Oh, we're here already. Oh, that was fast. Well, at least it wasn't Neo. If it was Neo, we lost the duel. You're pretty good at getting yourself, I have to admit. Now I just need to find a way to stop you. No need. I bet you the second I set Mirror Force, they're going to be like, oh no, I want to use a card to stop you. Yeah, I'm going to use my monster effect all of a sudden. No need. We're just doing 17. I bet you. I play this trap, they're just going to blow it all up. They're going to be like, ha ha ha. I knew there was a Mirror Force there. I'm going to be like, why? Does that mean you would have blown it up the first time? How am I supposed to know? Okay, good. They're too greedy. They don't want to. Alright, thank God for greed. Unless they have Call of the Haunted or something, then I'm worried. Okay, we're good for now. We bought ourselves some time. Them having it in their grave is scary, though. It's easy to get it back out of the grave. Case in point, my hand. Alright, so right now we're just trying to get their life points low so they can't use cards like Premature Burial. I could have prematured my Mermaid Knight or called the Haunted my Mermaid Knight to guarantee they're low. It's not the worst idea. Let me see. I'm at 17. That's 3,400 damage. That would be too much damage, actually. I would not get them as low as I want. I get them to 1,200. That's not enough. I need something better. Alright, looks like you and I are playing the waiting game. They don't know I'm a master of the waiting game. Okay, that Giant Trunade has a lot of value in my hand, so it needs to stay there. Starboy, you have a lot of value as well, being a 1250 attacker. Granted, you raise their attack stats, so let's see. 22 to the face is enough. That's enough. We do this, and they can no longer... Oh, hello there. Aren't you just a big problem? I should have put one of those in my deck. That's a good idea. Oh, wait, I could just attack directly. What am I doing? Yeah, no, I still need to do this. Just to make sure they can't use cost cards. Yeah, they can't afford them anymore. And then the rest of the duel is just me crying to myself, trying to figure out how I'm going to win this. Hi, Warrior of Atlantis. No. Amphibious. I need to get my own Warrior of Atlantis, and he needs to help me. Or can I just draw one of my 2 Leviathan Dragons, or Gold Sarcophagus, or, you know, anything? No, not that. That's not what I needed. Alright, Mother Grizzly. Let's play the stall game. We're in a bad spot right now. I also run a legendary, the Warrior card, and I run multiples of it, so hopefully I grab one. Because I still can't let myself win. Obviously, I can win any of these duels at any time, but winning the duel doesn't win me the duel. Oh, this is fun. They already got... Oh, that's not fun. Well, that's a shame. At least I didn't play my field spell. And you know what? I could beat a Mobius. Let me just get a Leviathan Dragon. It's in here somewhere. And most of the cards in my deck, if they're not monsters, are going to thin out the deck. Alright, well actually that just refills my hand, which I could use right now. I could definitely use that right now. Just to make sure I always have one monster up on them. Yeah, not counting the Metal Reflex Slime. I can't do nothing about that. Oh, actually, I could do a lot about it, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Alright, so we just play defensively, and we hold the field, and then we wait until I get Leviathan Dragon, hopefully using Mother Grizzly along the way. Starboy... Oh, no, they like Starboy. Alright. I don't blame you. I also like Starboy. He's keeping us all healthy and strong. But you see, Mother Grizzly, on the other hand, she has one job, and that job is to get me more Mother Grizzlies to thin out my deck. Now, I could attack you to thin it out faster, but given that I'm at a disadvantage, I don't think I will. I do not think I will. Oh, hi, Warrior. So I could use this to thin out my deck, and I will. Yeah. I don't need a Legendary Ocean, but I need a better chance of drawing one of my 2 cards. I will now set this card. I will set this card, and we will hope that they will do something before I do. Something like, let's see. TT yourself. Ah, Mother Grizzly, god damn it. Well, I need to kill that Mother Grizzly, so let me just lose my monster real quick. Luckily, I do get to thin out my deck a little bit more. Mother Grizzly, come to my aid right now. Just got to make sure the monster that takes down Mother Grizzly is, you know, not too strong or we're going to lose the duel. Can't do 700 damage, mind you. Alright. And we're just going to get another Mermaid Knight out here. So, video game. How about this? I don't need my guy. Give me Gold Sarcophagus instead. Okay, 3 Legendary Ocean. See, that makes sense. Let's do that instead. Let's just completely piss off Cooper. That'll definitely do what you wanted to do. A second Mermaid Knight will guarantee that I can get rid of all of the Mother Grizzly stuff. And it won't even kill the opponent because we're both 100 points off from each other. So there we go. We're just going to do one of these. Mermaid Knight, you want to do that again real quick? Thank you very much. Yeah, sorry I can't move as fast as Master Duel. If I try, I'll accidentally attack Mobius or something. Unshaven Angler. Very nice, very nice. Let me find out if that's an Aquamador. No, it's a Dandy. Hi, Dandy. Oh, Dandelion's probably happy to go away because now that's 5 monsters on the field. They're going to make a lot of money. They're going to make a lot of money off of that, I admit. And then I'm going to just attack this one. Alright, I'm doing my absolute best here. I'm down to 23 cards in the deck. There are 3 cards that can help me in this situation to get me the card I need, or just be the card I need. 3 out of 23. And every other card should just buy me time. Sorry, Amphibious. Nothing I can do for you. They're letting Starboy live. They know his value. Okay, a new trap card could be very scary, but we'll see. I drew it. Okay, it's not big enough, but it could do the first thing. So first, let's test for MST. There it is. I have 3 Legendary Oceans, so I'm not worried about that. Now, we test for Dust Tornado. Okay. We're going to summon our own Leviadragon. We're tired of this guy. We have 1 Legendary Ocean left in our hand, and that Legendary Ocean will be used to win us the duel. Right now, we need to clear this up, because this is actually too much nonsense. Just a whole lot of nonsense. Now, I just need Neo Leviadragon, or the legendary, almighty Gold Sarcophagus, and then I win the duel. Aren't you clever? I'm pretty sure I can't throw away your field spell, though that would be hilarious. I am not playing my last field spell because that's how you lose a duel, so don't ask. Salvage, I'm going to need some good cards. We need Grizzlies to thin this out, and we need... Although I think there's only 1 target left in my deck, but still. And we need Mermaid Knights to make sure they can't, stall us to death. So, speaking of which, Mermaid Knight, get out there to make sure they don't stall us to death. We're going to hold field advantage until they get, like, Lightning Vortex or something. Ah, okay, why did I attack the weak one? Who cares? 500 damage, I'm still above half, who cares? And now we play the waiting game. Will I draw the only Neo Leviadragon we own? I'm not trying to win the duel here, I'm just trying to clear up so they can't tribute into Leviadragon and win. Of course, they could still do it. As long as they have that field spell, they could totally get Leviadragon and win, but... I did it! Okay. 2 turns from now, we win. 2 turns from now, we're guaranteed to win. Where is it? We can break this seal. As long as I last 2 turns with a Legendary Ocean in my hand that I can actually play, we win the duel. So, make sure I last 2 turns. You go in defense mode. And you pray to God that they don't get their own Leviadragon through some premature bullshit. They can't use premature. They have to use Call of the Haunted. Shit. That's the one thing they could have done. Is set that card. Fenrir, I'd love to use you. You know what? If I Giant Trunade now, and they get Field Barrier, I will yell, so it's not worth it. But if I don't, you know what? It's fine. Just let them do it. Let them do whatever. You won't lose. The only way you lose is if they have Neo Leviadragon. That is the only way you lose. Because I'm thinking I Giant Trunade, they can't Call the Haunted if that happens to be the one limited to 1 Call the Haunted, which it isn't. We found that out right now. I get my... Oh, I even have an MST. Isn't that nice? Gold Sarcophagus gives me my card. MST gives me my happiness. I can use this to make sure this is not a Dust Tornado. It's a threatening... You could have chained that, but you're not very good at the game. We're going to special summon Neo Daedalus. By summoning this card, we can now win the duel. But I want to use its effect because it's hilarious. A legendary ocean will beat a legendary ocean. Neo Daedalus, just like he did to me, will show you just how powerful it is. Yeah, we're both playing, but I have one monster and you have nothing. I attack for 29 for game. Oh, okay. That was an ordeal. that was a problem. I don't like how long that took. If I was just going for battle, this deck is not bad. If it was just about battle, it would have been fine. The seal has been opened. I got a new opponent for doing so. I think that's exciting. So guys, next episode, we might be going back to World Championship mode, finding our opponents there, fighting them, and trying to unlock more characters and packs. I'll see you all then. Please remember to like and subscribe.